Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. I'm sure you've heard silver pumpers saying that silver could reach $1,000, crazy prices. And I want to make this video because that can be misleading and it can cause you to actually invest more dangerously, right? It's easy to overspend, impulse buy, when you feel like or when you're influenced that the price is going to explode overnight tomorrow. So you better buy all your silver right now at whatever price it is because tomorrow silver is going to be $100. That's misleading to an audience, especially as a beginner stacker. So not saying that silver can't and doesn't have the potential and probably won't, because most likely we're going to see those prices, but it's just not going to happen as soon as people think, right? It's going to take some time, especially if you want the prices to stay at those levels. Because yes, silver could reach $50 within a couple months, but that also means it's probably going to crash extremely fast as well. It crashes even quicker than it rises, just like $50 silver in 2011 happened pretty fast overnight, just like $18,000 Bitcoin happened pretty fast, like overnight, and that's why it crashes, never to recover. So if you want a market, if you want silver to stay at those prices, you want a gradual approach, and there has to be some sell-off, some corrections, some dips, and then the markets recover, and then it dips a little bit, and during those dips, it's just opportunity to purchase your silver for cheaper. So I do want to talk a little bit about these extremely high silver prices, since it is the topic of this video, but also what would cause this. It definitely would be a huge, huge relief, probably to a lot of us that hope for these prices, but is it even possible? Is $500 silver even possible? I mean, we see silver at $16 right now, so that's an incredibly large leap. But what if I told you that silver was $50 twice in the last 30 years? So if it breaks past that $50 resistance, the sky is the limit, right? And I've been in the playing field when prices have done things like this. I started investing in Bitcoin when it was around $1,500, and I sold at $18,000. So I've seen markets do this. I've seen them run rampant, and it's definitely possible. But what makes this happen? We can go back to when silver was $50 in 2011. What was happening? Well, it started all in 2008 with the credit crisis, right? The credit crisis that led to the recession, that led to the economy falling, and then people in return wanted to invest into safe haven metals, which are precious metals, shooting the price up. The same exact thing is starting to happen right now. It's just we have another player in the game, which is COVID-19, which is much more serious, much more serious. So the prices could go higher than $50 because times are much more extreme than back in 2008. So there's always the question of, if silver does reach these levels, who's going to buy it? Well, I'm sure you're still going to buy it. You might not pay these prices, you might be selling, but people are still going to be buying it. Why? Because the herd mentality. Just like when Bitcoin was $18,000, that's when most people were buying it. Coinbase was the #1 downloaded app on Android and iOS. People were buying Bitcoin at $18,000 when they should have been buying at $1,800, like I was, and selling at $18,000. But it's usually buy high, sell low. It's supposed to be buy low, sell high, but most people buy high and sell it after it crashes in fear. So you definitely don't want to fall into that frame, right? We're buying silver at $15 and we're going to be the ones selling at $500, right? That's the whole goal, financial freedom. But who else is going to be buying it? We can talk a little bit deeper into this. Well, there's companies and corporations, people that need silver, because silver is an industrial metal, so it's widely used. It's used in almost everything that has to do with technology. So if you want the newest, latest iPhone to come out, then you better hope they pay that price, because there's a silver shortage on our hands. Mexico and Peru, some of the biggest players, the biggest silver producers, they have been abandoning silver mines from COVID-19. They accumulate 40% of the global silver production, and they're shut down due to COVID-19. The U.S. Mint sold out of American Eagles. Royal Canadian Mint shut down production for a couple weeks. This pandemic is affecting the markets like we've never seen before. So what would be your strategy? What would be your strategy if prices do get this high? Would you buy, sell, trade, or hold? It's always a good question to ask yourself, what price are you going to sell at? Because I'll refer back to Bitcoin. When Bitcoin was $18,000, a lot of people didn't sell. They held on because they thought it was going to go to $100,000, like a lot of articles were interpreting. A lot of forecasts said $100,000 Bitcoin. So a lot of people missed the opportunity, and that's what I want to talk about, is how to make sure you don't miss the opportunity. Because what if silver does go to $100 and then you hold off because you think it's going to keep going higher, but then it drops and you missed your opportunity to buy it at its highest price? That's where this game strategy, or this game plan, comes into play. You have to learn how to sell in increments. Selling in increments. Don't buy all at once. Don't sell all at once. Just like how you accumulate silver over a period of time, you don't buy all your silver at once. You don't want to sell it all at once either. You want to keep a pulse on the market, selling in increments, maybe selling 5% of your stack at a certain price and judging the economy, what the charts look like. You know, you can kind of tell if it's going to go higher or lower, and then if it looks like it's going to keep going higher, maybe hold off a little bit so you can get more profits, because it would be terrible to sell yourself short. What if you sold all your silver at $30 because that's a great profit for you, but what if it goes up to $100? You could have made $70 extra per ounce. And doing the math, that's a lot of extra money. That could be the difference between retirement and not. You know, and you really want to make sure you can capitalize to the best of your ability. So selling in increments, keeping a pulse on the markets. So I'm curious, I want to throw the question back at you though. What do you think the highest silver is going to reach? We're living in crazy times, so expect crazy prices. We see the gold to silver ratio at 5,000-year historical records, so the chance of crazy things happening is still very possible. I'm not trying to be a silver pumper. I don't want to mislead my audience. Silver more than likely will stay in this $20, maybe $30 range for the next couple years, unless things get worse. If things get worse, if the 3 to 6 months range is where a lot of silver price forecasts say that silver could really start to skyrocket. But what does skyrocketing mean? What does a silver price breakout really mean? What price does that are they talking about? Are they talking about $30? Are they talking about $100? That's a big difference, right? I think it's more on the $30 area. That's still an extremely high ratio. That's double silver's price right now, right? That still entails making a lot of money, especially if you started buying around $15. You're making $15 an ounce, and if you have, you know, a couple hundred ounces, that's a good amount of money you'd be making. So, not saying it's not profitable, but just don't believe these extremely high prices. Not saying they can't get there eventually, but it would take a lot longer than I think a lot of people are saying. I've seen channels that say that silver could reach $1,000 by 2021. See, that's just saying stuff without any context, because that would be near impossible to accomplish. Not saying that it couldn't happen, because I've seen just as crazy stuff with Bitcoin, right? We saw Bitcoin do something just as crazy, if not crazier than that. So markets can turn on the snap of a finger, but just remember to stay in the reality of the markets. Just stay in the reality. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe. I post daily videos every single day. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to smash the like button. I would love to hear your thoughts, your insight on where you think the highest price silver could reach is. It's a fun topic to think about, right? It's very interesting to think about, because the sky could be the limit. Maybe we could be underestimating it. It can go a lot higher. Who knows? Relative to gold, look what platinum did, right? platinum and palladium. Both of those markets have shocked people, and now it's more expensive than gold. It's sitting at $2,000 plus. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like I said, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to smash that like button. I posted 3 other videos today, so go check those out as well. Some really interesting, good stuff I definitely think you will enjoy. So make sure you go check those out. It'll be in the top, the middle or the top of this video right here. So go make sure you click on that if you already haven't seen it. Anyways, thank you so much for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I will see you guys soon. Peace.